son while drinking a lot. He decides to call his ex-wife Kristen and reminds her that the next day it would be their son's birthday. However, Kristen thinks that Sal has to stop bothering her and needs to move on. Her new husband interrupted the conversation to scold Sal for calling so late at night. After Kristen calls him out for getting drunk, an annoyed Sal hangs up. When he tries to look at the case file, he discovers a restriction and a mention of an anomaly. Meanwhile, a woman is having dirty fun with her girlfriend. Suddenly both of their implants start glitching and they start seeing a hand pointing a gun at them. The women beg for their lives, but the stranger quickly shoots them. Moments later, Sal is at the scene of the crime with an officer, who found the murders after the maid called 911. Sal accesses the maid's footage and notices some glitching before she finds the bodies. Then he watches the officers chat with the maid, who shares a description of the killer that matches Anand. Suddenly Sal and the officer hear a noise and realize the killer may still be in the house. The officer moves ahead first and is immediately shot down. Sal searches for the shooter and sees a person running, so he chases after them. When he enters the subway station, the murderer shoots a tube light to slow him down. Sal takes the stairs and his implants start glitching, causing him to slip and fall down the steps. Then he boards the train, but when he looks around, he discovers this is a fake visual. The real train hits him and throws him against the wall. At the police station, the detectives analyze the victim's footage. The women weren't out of the closet and one of them was the daughter of an important conservative politician. Recently they paid a hacker to remove the memories of each other from the records. Charlie wonders why the killer meets with the clients if they don't want their face seen, since they could do the deletion by hacking into the implants at home. Lester points out that the criminal must want to avoid leaving any traces behind, and Sal theorizes they want to be paid in cash since it's the only currency that can't be hacked. The team has found some unregistered DNA left behind that suggests the killer has been intimate with the victims. After Sal shares what happened in the train station, he thinks the only way to catch the killer is by hiring her to set up a trap. The following month, Sal goes undercover as a broker to create lots of memories that make it look like the real deal. One night, he hires a working lady and they get dirty in his new fancy apartment. After the woman leaves, he calls his fake fiancée out of guilt as part of the act. The next day he's afraid his fiancée may find out about his infidelity, so he sends some messages on a dark web bulletin board asking for a hacker. Many potential hackers answer his request, but since they have the killer's description from the maid, Sal turns down every person who doesn't match. Eventually Anand contacts him and they arrange a meeting. Sal goes to the pier and Anand approaches him from behind, asking him not to turn around. He tells her about his affair and Anand takes the job, so they go to his apartment. After sharing a drink, Anand easily hacks into Sal's implants and starts the deletion process. In the neighboring apartment, Lester scans Anand to try to get any useful information. In just a few seconds Anand deletes the time with the working lady and copies the footage from a previous night to cover the gap. She also promises to delete his face from the working lady's record. Anand promises she respects privacy and only looks at what he wants her to look, but if he ever crosses her she'll make him regret it. Once the job is done, Sal chats with Anand and tries to learn more about her, but she's evasive. When she's about to leave she suddenly turns around and points her gun at him. Anand